World War I, a monumental conflict that reshaped the global landscape, began in 1914 and continued to escalate in 1915, marking a pivotal year in its history. The war saw major powers divided into two primary alliances: the Allies, including nations like France, the United Kingdom, Russia, and later the United States, and the Central Powers, led by Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. In 1915, significant events unfolded, such as the Gallipoli Campaign and the introduction of poison gas on the battlefield, which highlighted the war's brutal nature and technological advancements. This year not only intensified the fighting but also deepened the global impact, affecting economies, societies, and politics worldwide. As we delve into the early developments of this conflict, we uncover the complexities and consequences that shaped the course of history. In the early months of World War I, the staggering loss of life became evident as millions of soldiers fell in battle. By the end of 1914, estimates suggested that over 1 million troops had already died, with the conflict rapidly expanding beyond the Balkans. The Central Powers, primarily Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire, faced off against the Allies, which included France, the United Kingdom, and Russia. The war's geographical reach extended into various regions, significantly impacting areas like Poland and the Baltic states. These territories became battlegrounds as armies clashed, leading to widespread devastation and suffering. The brutal realities of trench warfare and the relentless nature of combat marked this period, setting a grim tone for the years to come. The early months of the war foreshadowed the unprecedented scale of human loss that would follow. The key battles and military strategies of World War I revealed stark contrasts between the Eastern and Western fronts. On the Eastern Front, the Russian army faced significant defeats, particularly against German forces, leading to a retreat that weakened their position. Meanwhile, Austro-Hungarian troops struggled to maintain control against relentless attacks, further complicating their military efforts. In stark contrast, the Western Front became synonymous with trench warfare, where soldiers endured horrific conditions in a stalemate that resulted in massive casualties and little territorial gain. This brutal form of combat had profound implications, as it entrenched both sides in a cycle of attrition. Additionally, Germany initiated a strategic bombing campaign aimed at crippling enemy supply lines and morale, showcasing the war's evolving tactics. These battles and strategies underscored the complexity and devastation of the conflict on both fronts. Naval engagements and blockades played a crucial role in shaping the dynamics of World War I. The Battle of Dogger Bank, fought in January 1915, marked a significant naval confrontation between British and German fleets, resulting in a decisive victory for Britain. This battle not only showcased British naval superiority, but also bolstered morale and reinforced the importance of controlling sea routes. Concurrently, Britain implemented a stringent naval blockade against Germany, severely restricting the flow of essential supplies, including food and raw materials. This blockade had a profound impact on the German economy and civilian population, leading to widespread shortages and suffering. In response, Germany adopted retaliatory measures, including unrestricted submarine warfare targeting Allied merchant ships, which aimed to disrupt supply lines and challenge British dominance at sea. These naval strategies significantly influenced the war's overall trajectory and outcomes. The introduction of chemical weapons during World War I marked a grim evolution in military tactics. The Second Battle of Ypres in April 1915 was a pivotal moment, as German forces unleashed poison gas for the first time on the Western Front, causing panic and devastating casualties among Allied troops. In response to this new threat, the development of gas masks became essential for soldiers, leading to an arms race in chemical warfare as nations sought to protect their forces and enhance their offensive capabilities. This innovation reflected the broader trend of adapting to increasingly lethal technologies. Additionally, the significance of the Fokker-Eindecker in aerial combat cannot be overlooked. It was the first aircraft to feature a synchronized machine gun, allowing pilots to engage effectively in dogfights. Together, these advancements transformed the nature of warfare, introducing new challenges and strategies on the battlefield. The tragic events surrounding the Armenian population during World War I are marked by systematic deportation and murder orchestrated by the Ottoman Empire. Beginning in 1915, hundreds of thousands of Armenians were forcibly removed from their homes, subjected to brutal treatment, and many were killed in what is now recognized as one of the first modern genocides. The international response to these atrocities was mixed. While some nations condemned the actions, the term genocide was not widely used until later, complicating the global acknowledgement of the events. The lasting impact of these events on historical memory is profound, as they continue to shape Armenian identity and diaspora narratives. The denial of the genocide by successive Turkish governments has further fueled tensions and discussions about accountability, making it a critical topic in both historical scholarship and contemporary politics. The sinking of the Lusitania on May 7, 1915, marked a pivotal moment in the lead-up to U.S. involvement in World War I. The British passenger liner was torpedoed by a German U-boat off the coast of Ireland, resulting in the tragic loss of nearly 1,000 lives, including 128 Americans. This incident sparked widespread outrage among the American public, who viewed the attack as an affront to civilian safety and international norms. The loss of American lives intensified calls for action against Germany and shifted public sentiment towards supporting the Allies. Consequently, the U.S. government faced mounting pressure to respond, straining diplomatic relations with Germany. The Lusitania incident ultimately contributed to the growing sentiment for intervention, setting the stage for the United States to enter the war in 1917, fundamentally altering the conflict's dynamics. The Allied campaign at Gallipoli, launched in April 1915, aimed to secure a sea route to Russia and knock the Ottoman Empire out of the war. Initial landings at key locations, such as Anzac Cove, faced fierce Turkish resistance, led by Mustafa Kemal, who effectively utilized the terrain to repel the invading forces. The Allies encountered logistical challenges, harsh conditions, and a lack of adequate planning, which contributed to their struggles on the front lines. As the campaign dragged on with heavy casualties and little progress, the decision to evacuate was made in late 1915. The execution of this withdrawal was remarkably organized, allowing most troops to escape with minimal losses. Ultimately, the Gallipoli campaign had a significant impact on the war effort, leading to a re-evaluation of Allied strategies and contributing to the rise of national consciousness in Turkey. The developments on the Eastern Front during World War I were marked by significant German advances, notably the recapture of Przemyśl in March 1915, which had been a stronghold for the Austro-Hungarian forces. This victory exemplified the effectiveness of German military strategy and coordination, leading to a series of successful offensives that pushed Russian troops further back. Tsar Nicholas II's decision to take personal command of the Russian army had profound implications, as it placed him directly responsible for military failures and heightened public scrutiny of his leadership. The Russian army faced staggering losses throughout this period, with estimates of over 2 million casualties by the end of 1916, including dead, wounded, and captured soldiers. This retreat not only weakened Russia's military position, but also contributed to growing discontent at home, ultimately leading to political upheaval and revolution. In summary, World War I was marked by key events that shaped its trajectory, including significant battles such as the Battle of the Somme and the Gallipoli Campaign, alongside evolving military strategies and devastating humanitarian crises like the Armenian genocide. These events highlighted the brutal realities of trench warfare, and the profound impact on civilian populations. As nations prepared for future offensives in 1916, the war's complexities continued to unfold, setting the stage for further conflict and change. Understanding these pivotal moments is crucial for grasping the broader implications of the war. If you found this overview insightful, we encourage you to subscribe, like, and share this video for more engaging content on World War I and its lasting legacy. Your support helps us continue exploring these important historical narratives.